This is a painting by Peter Paul Rubens, and this is a garden gnome. Had this gnome for a while. It's very special to me. So basically, the gnome is an example of something that people would generally refer to as being kitsch. And it's a mass-produced product. It's intended purely for decoration. It's not considered as having a great deal of intellectual meaning, if you see what I mean. So at the start of the research project, I was becoming more and more interested in the work of Baroque painters like Rubens, and particularly sort of contemporary attitudes towards artists of this era, and doing this kind of painting. So the gnome and the work of Rubens are connected, even though they come from completely different worlds. In the when I interviewed 7 people at the start of the project, 5 of the people that I interviewed used the word kitsch to describe this painting that I'm going to show you now. Yeah, I mean, it's got all the cherubs, it's got these sort of garish qualities, and I think that probably led people to believe that the word kitsch was a suitable term to use when looking at this painting. But I found that really interesting, so that's why I started to do the research. Yeah, I decided to research the awkward history of the word kitsch and find out what it means from a postmodern perspective. Okay, well, I may as well talk about my own experiences with especially Matthew Collins, who is a sort of modern person who talks about feelings about talking about old master painting in a very kind of contemporary style. I personally became interested in Rubens really looking at this photograph. I went to Paris. I went to Rubens and saw the Medici cycle, which is a quite well-known piece of Rubens' work. It's really large-scale paintings and really powerful, and sort of really, I found it very dominating and quite an amazing thing to look at. But before the album here, this is going a little bit untrustworthy, if you see what I mean. There was a very important bit from that. Politically, he was intimate with a lot of European royalty, and so a lot of the work that he did was, in a way, building bridges between different countries that were ravaged by war. Figure. People have a lot of problems with a modern perspective, because especially feminists have a problem with the way that Rubens glorifies the female figure. Now, this is not the kind of female figure that is generally referred to as being glamorous these days, because people would refer to them as being fat. But that was basically Rubens' glorified idea of what he was. In Ben's essay on Kitsch,
he explains that kitsch was a term being discussed a great deal by intellectuals in the 1930s. Greenberg, Adorno, Brock, Benjamin, all of these thinkers and more discussed different aspects of the kitsch phenomenon, and all agreed that the difference between kitsch and art is the same as the difference between inauthentic art and the genuine article. Ben concludes that if this is the case, then with an understanding of kitsch should, in theory, come an understanding of art.
Do you want a tissue?
So the question I'm asking myself today really is this performance kitsch? Is it an example of kitsch, or is it a genuine, authentic piece of art? By indicating that I'm confused, maybe this is the only way in which I can demonstrate that I understand kitsch, and therefore, in theory, art. So, does anyone have any questions about Rubens or Kitsch?